Okay. Hello everybody. Hello there Nilla, JTD, and Sinful Ken. And hello there Scrubbington. Hello, hello. So thank you for waiting. But I kind of dozed off. Actually, I didn't doze off. I lost track of time because I was after lunch I tuned into the Evo stream. I don't know if any of you guys are into the whole fighting game scene, but I decided to tune in, and it was pretty exciting to watch the fighting game. I think they're currently playing, I think, King of Fighter 15 or something, and it was very entertaining to watch. And so I totally forgot to throw my laundry into the washer and get that started. But yeah, thank you guys for waiting. I think we didn't start too later than normal. But did you watch the VOD? I did. I think I forget who it was. It might have been you, Sinful. But someone was, I think someone was hinting some stuff about maybe a certain Laguz who needs to be the one who triggers this event up here. Also, hello there, Scott. Hello, how is it going? I missed you. Were you busy this week? I didn't see you streaming FE5 at all this week, Scott. I forgot Evo was going on this weekend. I normally don't turn into Evo, but as I was scrolling through Twitter, I came across something called a cell yell. Maybe some of you guys might know what that is, but apparently, for this one Dragon Ball fighting game, they yell at the same time that Cell yells. During sort of the opening cutscene, and it sort of, I guess, gets people all hyped up for the fight. But I saw that, and then I decided to tune into the Evo stream a bit. But yeah. Hey there, Rain Thunder. Hello. How are you doing? Hope you're having a great afternoon so far. Totally didn't tell you about felines liking the Northeast and had to bring Mordecai or Leith. Okay. Yeah, so I guess we can do that. We'll definitely get Leith to come up here. From the sounds of it, it doesn't seem like I need to worry about who I bring. Mordecai, I think I kind of prefer him to take on maybe these beasties here, but Leith was basically on her way up here anyways, so I'll try to get her to talk to Stefan this time. What else? So about that, you know how you will sit funny and the next day your back is a little sore, but it'll go away the next day. Okay. Did it not go away? I hope everything's okay, Scott. I must admit, so instead of going away, my back got worse. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you have to go see a doctor for that, or what? I was just about to say that I have to admit I haven't been the most active these days. I used to play tennis quite a lot, but even after unit select, Makalov, okay, alright. I will accept it. I will bring Makalov. Alright, who can we swap out for Makalov here? Who for Makalov? Maybe Jill? I kind of want to train up Jill, so maybe not. Leith, Soren, Marsha. How about we try? Actually, no. Okay, let's. I know who exactly to swap out. Gatry was a Gatry was basically a one movement wall, so maybe a Makalov will do a bit better here. What did I miss yesterday? So no doctor. I took it easy after that. Okay. No, that's fair. That is fair. But I'm glad to hear that. Glad to see you here, Scott. And I hope it gets better soon. So what did you miss yesterday? Yesterday we beat. I think it was chapter 14. We can do a very quick recap. I know you guys probably don't need the recap, but just so that I sort of remember what's going on here. Ike and friends are basically hanging out in Benyon right now, and I believe the apostle is sending the mercenary out to do stuff for her, as Alincia, I guess, socializes with the upper echelons of the Benyon upper class. So we are basically doing mercenary work for the apostle in the meantime. What else? So in the last chapter, we were sent out to retrieve some cargo, and my guess is that they are smuggling herons. We saw Raisin in the last chapter. There's a cutscene after we beat chapters 14, and he mentioned that his whole family, his whole home was destroyed by, I forget who exactly, but his home has been destroyed, and a lot of his kin have been either killed or captured. Leanne wasn't with Raisin, so I'm assuming that whatever the cargo is we retrieved is probably contains Leanne. Even though we technically haven't met Leanne yet, because I've played Faye, I kind of have an idea of who might be in the cargo. Ike even mentioned that it seemed like it was a live cargo rather than your typical cargo. And now we're being sent to the, what is this called again? I forgot what this desert is called, but now we're being sent to this desert here to wipe out some rebels. But there might be more to it than that, because you guys have been kind of hinting that that this chapter is very interesting. So we will see. Okay, and so that's basically it. There was also, okay, one more thing. There was also a cutscene where we got to see all of the Lagoos come together for this big meeting. And in that meeting, I think Kanegas was basically trying to advocate for everyone to remain calm and not engage the Dane army, because they technically haven't declared war on anyone yet, but they have been sending in skirmishes into Lagoo's territory. So that's basically what Kanegas was advocating for, but Naysal was like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. I just want to expand my territory, and so on. So yeah, that's basically what happened yesterday, and I don't think I'm missing anything. If I am, then I guess I have poo-poo memory. But anyways, let's jump into it. We need to just want to double check. Makalov's is in the party, right? Where is Makalov? Okay, there he is. He does have a sword. He doesn't have a vulnerary though. So let's actually steal Gatry's vulnerary here. And give it to Makalov. Oh, we also met Makalov. If it wasn't already obvious yet, we reunited Makalov with her sister Marcia, and she had a mouthful for Makalov. Okay, I think that's good. So let's make a quick save, and I think we can jump into it. Yeah, let's jump into it. Let us jump into it. Okay, so this is kind of annoying. Even yesterday, I had noticed this yesterday. If the Lagoos are not transformed, you can't even see their range, which is kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. This time we will equip a sword for Mia, because I forgot about that yesterday. I doubt you will attack me. You'll probably attack me again, so let's do this. You're not going to transform, but you will. Wait, will you transform? You should not transform. 6 movement. I think they get extra movement, right, when they transform? So I might be able to bait out that Lagoose. Let's have the axe equipped. And you're not going to transform, you're also not going to transform. Okay, at least Makalov doesn't move one space like Gatry does, so there's that. I feel like he also gets an extra move, right? I remember he was able to attack Mia when I put it in this spot last time. Oh, nice. I also have to remember that there are apparently a lot of treasure hidden under the soil here. The sand, not soil. Apostle. Is that not how you guys pronounce apostle? Am I saying it wrong? If I am, do let me know. Let's have Soren go with Ike here. Apostle? Wait, what? Are you sure? Okay, I'm gonna Google this.
Apostle.
Oh, it is silent.
Apostle.
Apostle. According to Google, it is silent. I've always hustle. Right, okay. No, that's fair. That is fair. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, definitely let me know. Apostle. Apostle. It's not a very common word. I will say that. Okay. I think either way sounds pretty like. Wait, can you reach south? Okay, he cannot. Ooh. Ooh, that was a crit, right? Nice. In German, apostle doesn't have the silent T. Interesting. I don't know if maybe it's a... I wonder if it's like an American or Canadian or British thing. Maybe like in American it says it's pronounced as apostle, and maybe with British English it's apostle. But like I said, both sounds like pretty good to me. To my ears, it sounds great either way. Nice. Mia remembered to equip her sword this time. Yes, I remembered. I checked the pronunciation for both British and American. It's different. But the T is silent in both. Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know. I think you should be able to craft knives back in the home base. So I think I'm gonna just use it, assuming that is the case. Also, yesterday, since you weren't here, we crafted our very first tome here, very first weapon, Scott, and I named it the Snack Book. I was tempted to go with Snacky Book, but I think more people will get the reference here. German is one of the few tiers above French for being a nonsense language. For some reason, I was expecting Leaf to untransform because she was standing next to South. Yeah, this is it. This isn't Faye. Scrub. This isn't Faye. Iron Sword. Hit you for 6 times 2. Hit me for 13, but that's okay. I wonder how they came up with that. Ooh, nice dodge. I wonder how they came up with that whole mechanic in Faye. It's almost as if the game is saying that the Lagoos are shy people, so they don't want to transform in front of humans. Can you compare Snack Book to Thunder? I can. So it has... So basically I maxed out the might for... I based it off the Thunder Tone, right? And I maxed out the might. I gave it 1 extra hit, because I think Ilyana typically has pretty good hit anyways. So I only upped it by 5. And then I lowered the weight down to 1. So this should be a very good tome. I'm hoping it is. Hoping it is. Okay. Let's get Soren to attack you. In English, D. In German, der, die, das, die, den, them. Did I adept? I think I adapted, because I don't think I'm fast enough. 12 to 8. Actually, I did W. Nice. EXP for South. EXP for South. Yeah, I figured I'd experiment with the foraging stuff. I might make a channel point redemption for that. I might do it. Okay. You got hit, right? Yes, you got hit. And you're gonna transform. I'm a little curious whether I'm curious what exactly happens here. Maybe I'm not supposed to be killing these rebels. Maybe we find out something from Stefan here about these rebels, and then it turns out that we actually need to just talk them to pacify them. But If we need to reset again, we will do it. Hey there, Steen. Hello, welcome. Kick some booty, bro. Ooh, nice crit. In short, German genders. In short, German genders everything in their mum. They even gender English words. And nonsense is out of control. Actually, in French, they do that too, right? They do that for French. They gender French words. Like words in French are gendered. Alright, let's go all in here. I swear that looks like a crit animation to me, but German Riffliosch. I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try attempt to read that, Nilla. That looks beyond me. This is 13. French is barely a language. Hey, I learned French. It's a very pretty language. Too bad I never was able to keep up with my French, though. I learned French all the way up until second or third year of university, and then I just never kept up with it, sadly. Okay. I also hope Marsha doesn't miss. I don't know if French has it too, but the most stupid thing is that German also is gender neutral at the same time. 420s and 10s. Yes. Yes. So if anyone doesn't know, in French, 80 is 80, which means 420s. So 420s, you add it up, you get 80. 420s and 10 and 7. Oh, sorry, right. 97. Yeah, that is very interesting. An interesting part of French. Also, what do you mean by German being also gender neutral? Are you saying some words don't have genders? Is that what you mean by gender neutral? Oh. Okay. There's an auto mod. I hate French so much. French is okay. I like it. I don't mind it. Most words have a male, female, and gender neutral variant. So you could use the gender neutral variant and scrap the rest. Oh, I see. I see. How many languages do you know or speak, Nilla? Just out of curiosity. Because it sounds like maybe you know quite a lot of languages. You hit me for 8, so let's try again. Oh, what the heck is this? Is this like a new form of robots? You look like a robot, sir. Goodbye. I can speak a couple to some extent. Which ones do you speak? See, okay, so this is kind of why I think the animations in Yggdrasil are quote unquote better than the GBA games, and even to some extent here too. They definitely could have made it so that maybe if you're being doubled, you just do it right away, rather than having you go straight back into your original position in something. The fluidity isn't there, if that makes any sense. This is 8. How much do you do? You do 8 as well. Assuming you hit, you do 8. Alright, let's see how Makalov does here. This is 5. Let's do 8. Let's do 8. English, French, German, Japanese, Mexican, Spanish. Oh, jeez. No. Makalov. Oh, you get double too? Oh, crap. Uh-oh. That is very impressive, Milla. This is 13. Let's actually hit you from here. Working on learning American Sign Language. Ooh. Isn't there's a term for people who there is a term for people who can speak multiple languages, like a lot of languages. I don't think 2 or 3. Polyglot? Are you trying to work to be a polyglot? Is that it? So that's pretty cool. In terms of languages I can speak fluently, I can speak English fluently. I know some French, but not enough to hold a conversation. And I also speak... I know some Japanese, but not a lot. I wish I need to, like I said yesterday, I think I need to get back into learning Japanese. But other than that, I can also speak Cantonese fluently. Okay, you guys can't reach, right? Hope not. No, I just learned what somewhat passively, so that I can get by. Let's see. Have you traveled to some of these countries where have you traveled to some of these countries of the languages you've learned? I took 3 years of Japanese back in high school. Ooh. How much? Okay, now the important question is, how much of that were you able to retain, Scott? Right. We're gonna knife this guy because we need EXP for our boy Soth. Ooh, nice. He really wants the EXP today. Nope, never traveled, but I used to tutor English over Skype when Skype was still a thing. Nowadays, it is it's all about Teams. It's all about Teams these days. Nope. Let's put this. These guys are about to transform, which is fine. We'll send Mordecai in. Self-murdering innocent bystanders. They're listed as rebels, JTD. For the time being, all we know is that they are rebels. Rebels against what? Against the Benyon Empire. If I remember correctly, the opening dialogue for this chapter, there's this mysterious character who was... one of his or her comments was like, more Senate scum, right? So it seems like there's a bit of what is this, 9? Okay, let's do that. So whoever these people are, they don't seem to get along with the folks of Benyon. Not much, haven't really been able to use it, but might not take long to get back to where it was. We're able to actually have... I don't know how good your... 8. How much does Mia do? 7 times 2. Okay, let's go Ike first. Like, realistically, if you know basic words, you can get through a lot. Oh. Man, everyone is critting today. Everyone's critting today. Like, realistically, if you know basic words, you can get through a lot. Like, only knowing buy and building. Natives can figure out pretty easily what you mean. Right, right. Right. Okay, I think... If I land a hit, you're basically dead. Rip, kitty. I was I don't think everyone knows here, but I actually started the year by making a resolution to get back into studying Japanese, and I was pretty good at it early in the year, as with most people with like New Year's resolutions. I started Duolingo, I bought a couple textbooks, and I refamiliarized myself with the writing system, hiragana and katakana. But after that, I got kind of lazy, unfortunately. So maybe I'll definitely try to get back into it. There's still plenty of time left in the year to make it a reality. By the way, if you find it annoying, I think you can turn off the tutorial in the bottom right. What tutorial? What tutorial? If I wasn't saving money for down payment on a house, I'd take another trip to Japan. Ooh. I would like to go to Japan. I still don't feel it's safe to go traveling. Oh, can he not tank them? I feel like Mordecai should be able to tank them. Oh crap, I got... Oh jeez. I did not see that. Did not see that. If he dies, I guess we learned our lesson. I thought Mordecai was plenty tanky here. 11, 12. Let's see if maybe he'll take the bait and attack Ilyana. Let's also stick a Marcia here. See if they go for her instead. New Year's resolutions aren't a good idea, I think. Try instead to be better than you were last month, even if just a tiny bit. That way you slowly but steadily make progress, and seeing constant progress is a huge motivator. It is. I was watching a video. There's a channel called Infographics on YouTube. Some of you guys might have heard it before. They did a video yesterday about what happens to your body when you exercise, and they also kind of made it into a video trying to motivate you to exercise. And one of the things they said was that one of the things they mentioned was that it is a huge mental barrier to get over. Sorry, I'm not explaining it well. But when you exercise, you naturally want to see improvement, like immediately, right? And that is one of the biggest hurdle you have to get yourself to get over in order to... Ooh, crap. I might have screwed myself here. We might be resetting soon, guys. But even if we do reset, I think what I want to do is I do want to stick Leaf here to see what it is all about. So we might be dead, but I think we're gonna proceed a bit here. BRB getting food? No problem. If I were to go, I'd likely go in the winter, hit up some natural hot springs. Oh yeah, that sounds awesome. Ooh. Might have overcorrected trying to protect Mordecai. I think it's working. I think it's working. Ileana might be in trouble, but I think... Actually, no. I think we might be okay. Okay. Yeah, I think Mordecai would have been fine. My whole point was to get him to transform sooner there. Wanted to live in that little 5-building town. Okay, perfect. So I wanted him to transform there. Marcia can't take I think she can take another hit here. But I don't kill. It's for 13. I'll take it. I'm preserving the snack book durability as much as I can here. Slim Lance for 4. I like this. Yeah, I would love to go visit Japan. I've always wanted to go, but I just it never happened, sadly. How much can you do? Do 8, and then get doubled for 22. 11 times 2. I want to level up Jill here. Why did you forge it if you don't want to use it? I'm a bit of a hoarder, you guys remember? I like to hoard things. 21. How much do you do again? Do 11. Okay. That's actually I mean, you chose to bring Makalov this chapter, knowing full well that his movement is hindered by the sand here. So maybe you should have used your points in next chapter. You know what? Let's do this first. Okay. I need... Oh, what the heck? Did I... Did I find that? I think I found it. Nice. I get hit for 22. But I'll take it. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Do you see the thing in the bottom right which tells you which button does what I do? Yes. Are you saying I can hide it? It honestly doesn't bother me too much. So it's not a big deal if it's there or not. Yeah, it's not a bother at all, so I don't mind it. It looks better for the stream, I'd say. Okay. Okay. How do I hide it then? Guide window? No. Sound output music rumble. Where's the thing to hide it? Unit window, terrain goal, help window. What's this? Oh, interesting. Wait, how come it's still showing here? Oh, okay. What do you guys think? Like I said, it really doesn't bother me. I feel like sometimes I forget the keys anyways. This does look cleaner for sure. More screen, I like it. Okay. Well, hopefully I don't forget which button is which then. Are you serious? You're blocking me? You are blocking me, sir. You are blocking me. What's going on? Oh, it doesn't even... Wait, did I turn something off? Oh, sorry. I think I accidentally turned off, right. Okay. I don't know why anyone would play it like that. No, I'm not using a GameCube controller. I'm playing on keyboard. I'm guessing, you guys don't hear my keyboard, right? My keyboard's pretty quiet for the most part. For the most part, it's pretty quiet. I feel like my mouse is actually the more louder accessory. It is definitely the more louder accessory. Honestly, I think I'll keep the controls hidden here. I do like that there is more real estate. More screen real estate. With Soph, do I just keep moving him around? I don't know all the items that are hidden in this map, because I'm not gonna look up a map for this chapter, but I'm assuming I could just waste like 40 turns just moving units onto random tiles. to pick up these stuff. Indeed. Spade out this kitty over here. I would like to use Makalov more, but it's kind of hard to use him right now. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Okay. As long as it's not something super important. Like when I played Binding Blade, I'm pretty sure I missed a crap ton of stuff in the desert maps as well. Honestly, I'm not a fan of the whole desert hidden items in desert mechanic. Kinda lame if you ask me. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Good point. I like how I kind of waddled over to smack that dude. Okay, I think I can get easy EXP here. 9 damage. Okay, I'm very curious to see what her crit animation is like, because in the Yggdrasil games, they only crit when they leap up in the air like that. So I am curious. 13 damage. Actually, you know what I should have done first? I should have moved to that tile with Leaf to see what that was all about. Ooh, perfect. I'd say that's a pretty good level. Magic and Res. Magic and Res. 16. I feel like you shouldn't have gotten me to bring Makalov this chapter, GTD. He's kind of not doing anything. 12 and a double. 11 double. Okay, let's move Leaf there first. Let's see what's going on here. I sense something. Must be my imagination. A female cat. Splendid. I've not seen your face in these parts before. Ah! What? Where? Where did you come from? Oh, I see I've startled you. My apologies. Who are you? If you wish to learn someone's name, isn't it polite to introduce yourself first? Ugh. I am Leith from Gallia. And I am Stefan. I live here in this desolate wasteland, playing at being a hermit. Is that so? Well, don't let me interrupt your life. Oh no, please don't worry about it. Oh, I won't. And? What? Why are you standing there staring at me? I'm interested in Gallia's beast tribes. Fascinating, really. I have an idea. Can we go somewhere to talk? I don't think so. Why not? My companions and I are in the middle of a battle. I've no time to chit-chat with you. Very well, then I will help you. And once this battle is finished, you'll have time to converse, yes? I suppose. Perhaps. Right, off we go then. What sort of lunatic have I found now? Wait, oh, what? So this dude just gave me his sword? Last chapter? Okay. Oh, what? In certain conditions, grant this unit 5 consecutive attacks at half damage. I will always redeem Makalov though if you don't bring him naturally. Well, I'll try my best to waste all your points, JTD. Yeah, if a bear lands on this tile, you get his sword. Interesting. So it sounds like from yesterday, I vaguely recall that you guys mentioned that he's missable. Or I think someone had mentioned, someone was like, at least you got his sword, but it sounds like he is a missable recruitment. Holy crap, his crit rate is 63. 35 of it comes from Solkati. Swordmaster, interesting. Okay, so are there any other talks here? Stefan is very easy to miss. I can imagine. It's cool that did they bring back Astra? Because I don't recall Astra being a skill in the GBA games. In certain conditions, grants this unit 5 consecutive attacks at half damage. Yes, I do see that it says half damage, if that was what you wanted me to pay attention to. So basically, it's as if he is hitting someone for 2.5 of his normal attack. Interesting. The middle line? In certain conditions, grants this unit 5 consecutive attacks. Okay. Right. So I mean, this is basically how it worked in FE4 and 5, right? 5 consecutive. This unit 5 consecutive. Hmm? What are you trying to say here, JTD? Oh, I see. So one proc of Astra basically kills his 1/5 of his durability here. Also I like how Stefan is now the highest level in your army. He's only 8. Unless you're counting the fact that he is a pre-promoted unit, then I guess he is the highest level. Because Ike is level 19. Level 8 Swordmaster. Yeah, if you count the fact that, like, if he promotes, then yeah, he is pretty high level. Okay, but thank you guys for that. Thank you guys for that. Iron Sword 6 times 2. It's fine. 5. Let's hit you for 9. I just didn't want you to see you using this guy's next chapter and reset after he crosses Astra. I'll probably give him an iron sword or something, so that I'm not wasting it, quote unquote wasting it. Hits you for 14. 14. Man, these guys hurt. I shouldn't be surprised though, because we have Lagoos of our own on our team, and they're fairly strong. Okay, so. Wait, she got a magic point. She got a magic point. If you use a braid sword on a unit that can already double an enemy and proc adept on each of the 4 hits and proc Astra on each hit, you will have successfully destroyed any sword given to the unit. Interesting. Ooh. Hello. User's build. Okay, let me check the guide here. I'm curious if there's anything that talks about the build. Movement range, direct combat shovel, leveling up skills. Weapon triangle, visit mounted units, rescue, trading, give take. Give take. Staves, terrain, any move range, bonus damage, preparation. I don't think I see anything about the build. I think the build affects like the shoves, right? Talk other transformation direct. Chant. Oh, we aren't there yet. We aren't there yet. Ooh, what's this? Movement costs. Oh, this is we're currently in chapter 15, so let's take a look at this really quick. Maybe I should have taken a look at it at the beginning, but let's see. Yar! I'm a pirate. Yar. What? Huh? Oh, it's you. Let's talk about movement costs. Yeah, that's it. Simply stated, movement cost numerically indicates the difficulty of moving through terrain. For example, this mounted fellow here is sitting in the middle of some desert terrain. Watch what happens when I try to move him around. See how his range is so much smaller in the desert than in the plains. It's tough for horses to move in sand, so mounted units have a high movement cost in the desert. Let's extend the arrow and see how much movement range he loses. Yipes, the arrow is so much shorter, but different units have trouble in different terrain types. Heavily armored units, such as generals for example, will have a tough time moving on plains. However, there are some that can move just about anywhere without any difficulty at all. Let's check out the unaffected units. Thieves and airborne units. First up is the thief. As you see, he can move with equal ease on both terrain types. The airborne unit is next. No difference here either. Because airborne units fly around, they are rarely affected by terrain. We're using desert and plains here to illustrate the point, but each terrain has a movement cost. That cost changes depending on the unit, so keep close eye on it, alright? And that's the end of the movement cost tutorial. Okay. I was actually half hoping that the movement cost would be shown on the screen somewhere, but it's more of a visual thing. If no, I don't want to see it again. Hey there, Sandcastle or Castle. Flyer supremacy, indeed, indeed. Okay, I don't see anything about build here. So for the time being, I'm just gonna assume build affects the whole shove and whatever. Can we talk about how weird it is we don't have 10 Ana alts in Fae? We have a few, but not as many as some of us would like. Just bought another commission of Leith for cheap. Hooray, nice, nice, nice. Please share when your commission is done. So weird seeing generic enemies as blue units. Try the status screen. Oh, maybe this will explain it? Now it's time for a quick lesson on the shove command. With the exception of mounted units, all units are able to shove. And as long as the conditions are right, you can shove anyone you choose. First, I'll shove an enemy unit. To start off, I'll move the allied unit next to the enemy unit. You can see shove in the unit menu, right? Select this to hit an adjoining unit and move it out of the space it's in. Move the cursor to shove and press A to select it. Next, you'll see a window displaying the weight of both units. A unit can shove another unit if its weight is no more than 2 below the other unit's weight. A unit can shove another unit if its weight is no more than 2 below the other unit's weight. Okay, okay. So he's saying if you're within 2, you should be able to shove. I know that sounds complicated, so let's look at the window here. The unit wanting to shove has a weight of 10. And the unit to be shoved has a weight of 12, right? That's within 2, so the shove command is viable. Alright, let's give it a try. Well, that's that. A note of caution though. Shoving pushes a unit a space away, but it does no damage. Additionally, you can shove not only enemy units, but also allied units. Nice. Green other units. And yellow partner units too. As I said earlier, you can shove anyone you choose anyone you choose. So shove away. That's all you need to know about the shove command. So nothing about build. Okay. Skip. Yeah, he is kind of bullying people, isn't he? Yeah, but it requires combat. Sword guy is rude. Lord, shoving everyone. I think if you check a unit's build, you can press a button to see description. I don't think so. Oh. So build and weight, are they the same thing? 6 and 6. 13, 13. Eh? Weight of 1. It doesn't look like it. Build is 21 for Leith here, but she has a weight of 31. We use extra weight from transform. See, why don't they just call it build then rather than weight? So what you're telling me is that if someone scarfs down this statue frag, they gain weight. They gain weight if they scarf that down. So let me see. 33 and... So you got 15 weight from transforming. Build of 7. Oh. Oh. So here she has a build of 7, right? And then there's like additionally some armor icons and also what I think to be the wyvern icon. So the sum of all that is 35. Similarly, he has a build of 33, but I guess the transformation gives him the extra weight, as Nilla said. 8, 5. Ah, okay, okay. I think I understand it now. I think I understand. Okay, good to know, good to know, good to know. They don't follow the laws of thermodynamics because this game is filled with bad translations. Hover over the weight number and press the info button again. The unit's weight. This affects a non-mounted ability. This affects a non-mounted unit's ability to shove. Eating a statue frag can't be good for your stomach. I can't imagine it being good, but apparently you get some weight out of it. Okay. All right. So let's proceed here. Now, is that all there is to this chapter? I'm speaking. I am speaking rhetorically here, but you guys seem to hype up this chapter quite a lot, and so far, not much has really happened. $11 times 2. Let's give Morty the kill here. He could use some more experience. Also, let's see if I end up baiting out that guy. There's a different chapter I'm looking forward to. I don't know. I have another unit who might be challenging that title. Speaking of which, I should probably forge her a sword. Probably should. She kinda is. She kinda is. But hey, we play with our favorites, right? Maklov kills the boss? We'll see, we'll see. For some reason, I keep thinking that these guys are calves. Ooh, nice. Okay. Okay, I don't know how many items there are on this map, but let's have them go on an adventure here. Tigers are infantry, yes, but this cat here is considered a cav in Fey. 7. 14. Let's do it. Time to search every corner of this desert. Oh, you know what? So Yoshi isn't here today, but I think I know why he was looking forward to this map. And here's my theory. It's a theory. But Yoshi knows that I'm a very greedy player. So I wonder if he was looking forward to seeing me just like comb the entire freaking desert to make sure I grab every item here. I think that's why he was so interested in seeing me play this map. To see if I would actually do that. Slim Lance, you hit me for 9, right? 9? 9. Yes, 9. For 4. Let's do it. I don't know if he would have been upset. JTD. So, what I know about Yoshi is that he doesn't like to straight up tell you that, oh yes, you need to get someone up here in order to recruit Stefan. He would hint it to you. He would come up with like a clever story to hint you to bring someone up here. And I think that's what I like about Yoshi's kind of hints. Oh jeez, your hit rate is so garbage. 75, 60, okay, 75. Yes, go Makalov. He got a kill. He got a kill. I forget to check. What kind of skills does he have? Tempest. Okay. Let's heal up Marcia here. Also, I wonder why they didn't bother with healer animations. 13. Can I get 13 damage on you? This is 9. Can I get double? I might have to finish you off with Moram, not Moram, Mordecai here. Hey, welcome back, Scott. Welcome back. We were able to recruit what's his face, Stefan. Seems like we were indeed supposed to bring a Lagoose up there. I guess now I'm a little curious. I am curious what the conversation would be like if it was Mordecai who came up here, because he seemed particularly into Leith here. Paid the commission in full upfront, and the dude said he'd get started right away. Wonder how long he'll be. Oh, don't forget to share it. Don't forget to share it when it's done. Oh, he transformed. Let's check if Moram moves here. 7... 18 speed, jeez. It's one fat... one fast cat, not fat. I spoke too fast there. Let's see if he'll get baited or not. And then since that guy transformed back, we're gonna get some pot shots off here. I'm starting to think that was the reason why Yoshi was so curious about how I will play this chapter. Hey there, Abby. Hello, hello. Be careful, Marm can transform on turn 2, and after 3 he keeps transform forever. And after transform he ignores any guard skills. Why do you still not have lull defense res? That's a good question. Probably because not many units can use it well. That would be my guess. But yeah, thanks for the pointer, but I do remember about the demi-band that he wears, which allows him to stay transformed. Probably don't want to push it. Probably the next 4-star dragon on Halloween. Maybe. Every dragon could use lull defense res. They could. What the heck? What the heck? That guy actually came to me? I think Abby was talking about Faemorm. Oh, sorry. sorry. I totally didn't get your the joke that you were joking. 13. It's hard to focus, okay? It's hard to focus. I'm like trying to pay attention here. Trying to pay attention to chat. You have 2 sides. Okay. Well. Let's try to smack you. We're gonna see if Makalov can get the kill here. This is 8. I don't think he can actually. I'm not sure why this guy ran to me. Nice. Level up. I'll take it. It's not a blank. Eight. Ah, come on, Makalov. He might actually be able to transform soon. Somewhat soon. To your 29. Hits me for 15. It's quite a lot. Welcome to the Grail train. Choo choo. Choo choo. Act, instead of typing the Act 7 honk, could you change it to only Act honk? So I think the way it works is that your emotes are named after your channel. So, yeah, they're named after your channel, and apparently there are 6 other the Act, and that's why I have a 7 in mine. I think a quicker way, if you want to type the honk emote, is if you do semicolon and honk, it should automatically pull up that emote. So, for example, if you type that, it should pull up the honk emote. As you're typing it, it should pull it up. You don't actually need to type the Act 7. It works for me, so I'm hoping it works for you guys too. Okay, Makalov. This is 5 times 2. If there's any other emotes... Oh no! No! That was for Makalov. I guess this is pretty fitting. Her sister's like, no. Her sister's like, no. You do not get any EXP. Okay, that was... I don't think I'm gonna comb the entire desert, guys. I'm not gonna comb the entire desert. I think as soon as I can get a kill on Morearm, I'm just gonna end it. But let's see how this goes. Hits me for 14. I hit you for 7. Not great. I don't know why I like this meme so much, but the no itches, no bitches from Megamind is so funny. I think it would fit for an emote. Sure. What is it, Scrubbington? Like I said, I don't think I was gonna literally spend 40 turns combing the desert. As soon as I can take out Moram, I am going to take it. This might actually be okay too, because if I stand here, it blocks him from getting out. And that way I can actually get Ilyana to smack him. You don't have to search every tile. Oh, I see. Okay. I think what you're saying is if you're within like a couple spaces of the item, then you should be able to find it. That's what I think you're trying to say. Can flyers find these stuff? Eh? What the? Because we can use for no orbs, insert emote here, no keys. Give or take, yeah. Okay. Alright. Oh, he isn't attacking me. Okay, so let's assume it's within 2 spaces. So let's go here. Let's go 1, 2. Let's go here. Let's go here. So get Ike to move away. Get you to move, stay here. Get you to move, stay here. Okay. If that's the case, then that's great. It's not going to take as long. Let's do that. My companions and I are not thieves. I'm sure you cannot care less, though. Have you checked the conversation menu? I thought I did. Nothing. Nothing. Can there be items up here? Okay, well, I'll get these guys to go exploring. No items on impassable terrain. Got it. Okay, now he's attacking. Move away, brother tiger. I have no wish to fight one of my own. I do not wish to harm you either. Let's stop fighting and talk. Talk? It seems you've already been tamed. How unfortunate. Now you die. Ah, stop! Ouch. I like how you listed Stefan as an item. JTD. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that's kind of funny. Stefan's an item apparently. Okay. Let's keep combing. How much did he do? He did 20. 20. Did 20, right? No, he did 30. Okay, that might be a problem. Might be a problem. I don't know if I can get Maklov to kill here. He has 15 defense. I'll do 2 damage to him. So we'll see. If we can, maybe we'll give him the kill. If not, we will not lose sleep over it. Let's get to Tanya to also help comb. 30 damage. I didn't see if he had crit, so this might actually be pretty scary. Nice. Beast on beast. Let some flyers hang out in those tiles next to the mountain on the left. Let some flyers hang out in those tiles next to the mountain to the left. Like here? Let's see how much damage I take now. I take 12. 12 times 2. And I hit you for 18. Ooh, this might actually be thing. Yeah, didn't they say that it was sort of dependent on your luck as well? Your luck stat? I think they did say something about that, right? If you're very lucky, then you'll find it right away. That kind of sucks though, because I hate that mechanic. I think I remember kind of combing the desert in the other games too. Okay, I think we're okay. I hated desert combing. Doesn't bother them affect it too. Some have 12 tiles, some have 2. This tile, I think last time I picked up something here, right? I think I moved, what's her face? Marsha there. Three. I don't think I can do enough damage, guys. 17 to his 15 is only 2 damage. He's also a bit of a slowpoke, so I can't exactly give him the kill here. Oh, okay. The -1 isn't. I thought the 18 already had the -1 in it. Okay. If that is what you say, then shall we try? I mean, I'm gonna get screwed if he misses. I'm screwed here. I have like a 40-ish% to hit him. I don't think I'm gonna risk it, guys. As much as I want to give the kill to Makalov here. 40 is a bit too risky. He actually has 32 hit. Let Jill and Marsha fly around where Jill is. Let Jill and Marsha fly around where Jill is. If I walk away, he's not gonna chase me, right? He's not gonna chase me, right? Unless you want to get all the stuff on the sand, which I don't think is really necessary, don't kill him. The thing I'm worried about is whether he will chase me. Okay. Well, if he chases me, then GG. I guess I lose. Let's see what happens here. Hello there, Pokemaster Ian. Hello and welcome. Long time no see. How is it going? We did in fact recruit Stefan. We reset it yesterday. Yesterday we attempted this chapter once, and then we are currently trying to comb the desert for goodies here. Nothing. Trying to comb the desert here. So far, nothing. Steel sword. Yeah, 42. He does 19 times 2 to me. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Okay. So you're saying there might be something around here? I don't even know if I'm doing a good job. Good job here. Okay, at least he's not getting healed, which is great. Oh, there we go. Magic item that increases the user's movement. Ooh. Big Pog, yes, Big Pog. Okay. You found Makalov boots? No, they're not his, guys. I mean, JTD. You guys need to calm down. They're not his. Okay. So I wonder how it works. So he kind of instantly found it, whereas she had a bit of trouble. She also didn't find it. So they said it's related to luck, right? Enjoy your getting back to work, Abby, and thanks for stopping by. Have fun on the next map that people are hyping up. These have a 90% find rate on desert items. Okay. I thought maybe I thought the formula was probably like they mentioned luck, so obviously I thought maybe it was luck times 4% chance to find it or something like that. Okay, more. Yeah, no. 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 I think I will check if maybe Mia can get it though, because Mia, best girl. Let's check over here. So I guess maybe it would have been a pretty good thing to bring both my thieves this chapter. Definitely would speed things up a lot faster, right? Let's speed it up a bit here. Wait a second. Smite. Man, everyone can shove Mia. even little Mist here can shove her. Yes, Doggo. Doggo likes to bark. Alright, Mia, can you do it? She can. Slow the joy. She can totally do this. Iron Sword. I can hit for 19, but I can just heal you back up, so... I am sorry, Makalov, but I'm gonna give this to Mia. Ugh. No. He gets the boots instead. We lose. You're the leader of this band, aren't you? Yes, I am. I'll resist you no further. Take me with you, or execute me here. I care not. But my companions, would you let them go? Please. No, I won't allow it. Huh? Oh, who's this? Tormod. Tormod. I won't let you take Morm. Stay back, little one. You're not supposed to expose. If you want Morm, you'll have to kill me first. Yes. He is a Baroque child. I claimed him when he was little more than an infant. He has nothing to do with us, subhumans. Ooh, unit redemption. Okay. Stop lying. I'm here because I want to be. Who's the leader of the Lagoo's Emancipation Army? Stop lying. I'm here because I want to be. Who's the leader of the Lagoo's Emancipation Army? I am. You're a big jerk, Moram. Trying to cover for everyone and get yourself killed. I won't allow it. Little one. Hey, I don't care who the real leader is. A Lagoose who calls himself a subhuman is protecting a kidnapped Baroque who claims to lead Lagoo's Emancipation Army? Do I have that right? Because if I do, I have absolutely no idea what any of you are talking about. Would someone please tell me what is going on here? Alright, please go over that again. It's been customary throughout Benyon's history to kill Lagoos as slaves. That's right. But that's in the past now. 20 years ago, all slavery was outlawed, and all Lagoos were freed. And as far as the general public is concerned, that's exactly what happened. So, there's a portion of that society there's a portion of society that willingly breaks the law. The commoners obey, but there's still many Lagoo slaves in the homes of nobles. Moram and I have brought this to attention of the senators, but they would not listen. Okay, so we definitely know who some of these people are. At least one of them. Our good friend here, or not here, but our good friend Oliver. He is probably one of these senators. That's why we gathered other fighters. We break into the homes where slaves are kept and help them escape. Of course, the nobles can't let this be known publicly, so we're branded as thieves and turn us into wanted outlaws. Alright, I think I understand your motives, but you're not going to solve the basic problem this way. We know that, but we can't give up and leave them in chains. We can't and won't. Do you mind if I try to help? Huh? This sort of behavior is something that's been bothering me. I think there may be something that I can do. Naysala, stop this foolishness. Where are you taking me? Tell me. It's only a little farther. I'll tell you once we've arrived, just as I promised. I left no word with Tibarn. If I had known we were coming this far, I would have left a message. Serenus Force. Here we are. This is what I wanted to show you. Look below you, Raisin. What do you see? What is this? How is this possible? What happened here? This is Serenus? Is this what you're trying to tell me? This colorless vista, these cracked and withered branches, these lifeless trees. This is my forest? What the? I will not attempt to read that because I can't. The ancient tongue. It's been many years since I heard it last. You can still speak it. The voice of the forest is still. Why? How did this? It's been like this since your clan's been gone. The area near the entrance is especially bad. They used fire. Most of the trees are dead. Unforgivable. How can they do things like this? Cursed humans. What did this force do? What did my clan do? Humans hold all Lagoos in contempt, and in the same way, they hold all of nature in contempt as well. Think of everything. They think everything exists for their pleasure and betterment. They are beneath contempt. Naysala, it appears that I have misjudged you. I called you groveling today to humans and labeled you traitor. I was overly harsh. I apologize. Not to worry. I engage in occasional commerce with humans. That much is true. A more pressing issue is their growing darkness. You can return to Phenicus tomorrow, can you not? I am certain that some noble has a villa in this area. At this time of year, it is almost certain to be empty. I suggest we borrow it for the evening. You would sleep in a human building? Think about it. Bird folk like you and I have no night vision whatsoever. If we were discovered by humans, they would surely overwhelm and capture us, right? I see your point. Man, he is so different from Faye. Very good. I'll go stumble around until I find something to eat. Please, make yourself comfortable. Oh. I think I see what might be happening here. It's just a theory, guys, but I think, wasn't it Naysala who was talking to Oliver towards the end of the last chapter? And Oliver had mentioned that that he bumped into a fine specimen. We'll see. We will see. Naysala. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for everything you've done. I appreciate it. Don't be ridiculous. We're old friends, are we not? Right you are, old friend. Is everything in place? Yes, the Duke Taunus cannot sit still. He is literally quivering with anticipation. He is not pretty. It's not pretty. I bet it isn't. Just make sure the mountain of suet, stays hidden. If Rayson catches us so much as a glimpse of his bulk, he will take wing. Understood. Now, time to put the finishing touches. This too, I do raise up. Now, time to put on the finishing touches. This too, I do to raise up Kilvis. Rayson, please don't judge me too harshly. That being said, I'm sure you will. Ah well, such is life. Enjoy your new one, old friend. I think my theory is correct. He's being set up to be captured by Oliver, isn't he? What is this? Who are you? What have you done with Nesala? Oh, this is something everyone should see. There can be no doubt. I gaze upon the last living wonder of Serenus royalty. Those golden locks, witness how they gather in the morning sun and multiply its brilliance. The gentle luster of those argent wings manifest proof of royalty, as sure as I am alive. Magnificent, absolutely magnificent. A true work of art wrought in flesh and feather. All this beauty, mine. This fortune I paid the Raven King seems like a pittance compared to this treasure. What? Nesala sold me? To you? Oh ho 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 ho. You are exquisite, even in rage. Now, if you behave yourself, I'll grant you a life of luxury. Ah! My nose! My beautiful nose! Bishop Oliver, you winged freak, you'll pay for that. No, you mustn't harm him. You mustn't ruffle a single feather of those gorgeous wings. My beauty, you mustn't be frightened. In time, you will come to see how kind and charitable a master I can be. This is madness. Oh, so frightening. How delicious. But I fear that we must now be separated for a short while. Loyal servants, attend my words. You must not raise a hand to this one. Prepare his meal with care, and do not disturb his rest. I will not see his countenance marred by displeasure. Herons you are. Herons, you see, are such delicate things. And then at the proper time, yes, the proper time, when will it be? I say to you, those haughty senators and their ilk have looked down their noses at me for the last time. I shall show them all. Oh, but I must have a grand stage, one where none can fail to see me. The Serenus royals are creatures of legend, and when I arrive with one at my side, I can hardly wait to see Duke Gados's face. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Nesala, you wretched, curse your eyes. How dare you do this to me? Oh man, this is kind of creepy. This is kind of creepy, this Oliver dude. I've brought him. Well done, Ike. I shall see that you are well rewarded. Where's your usual entourage? I see only 2 of your holy guard. Oh, there was some sort of disturbance. I think they're clearing away the rabble. But on to business. Is that one the ringleader of thieves? Why, he's nothing but a child. Has he offered up any kind of defense for his deplorable actions? We are no thieves. We are trying to free the Lagoos that these filthy aristocrats hold in captivity. What manner of absurd fairy tale is this? In the year Benyon 624, Apostle Misaha? In the year Benyon 624, Apostle Misaha, my honored grandmother, emancipated every last Lagoo slave. In accordance with her law, today there's not a single slave to be found in all of the Benyon Empire. You lie. Countless noble houses even now keep Lagoos as servants or entertainment, or worse. And the Senate, those vast windbags, grant tacit approval by doing nothing. That's enough. I told you to keep a cool head. But... Ike, whenever you bring such an ill-mannered rogue to meet me, why ever would you bring such an ill-mannered rogue to meet me? What is it you're planning? If anyone's planning something, it's you. Really? And what could you possibly mean by that? Your last mission showed us the slave trade, and now you put us in contact with an underground emancipation group. From the very beginning, I found this whole arrangement a little odd. You have more vassals than you can use, yet you hired us for these missions. Your motivations have me puzzled. Oh, I see. And have you solved this puzzle of yours? You want to expose the depravity of the inner circles of power. But you don't want the general public to know that the majority of the Senate is involved in slavery. And to think that you were untutored as a wild monkey. You're quite brilliant. You're quite bright. And to think I thought you were as untutored as a wild monkey. You're actually quite bright. I didn't figure it all out myself. I have companions whom I trust with my life. They helped. Hey, hold it. What in the world are you talking about? Would someone like to explain this to me? The Apostle is aware of the Lagoo slavery. On top of that, it appears she intends to do something about this problem. Are you serious? I am. However, whether I succeed or fail depends largely on what you do next. So be it. I think it's time you told us about the next job you have lined up for us. I've received reports that Bishop Oliver, the Duke of Tanis, is up to something suspicious. Duke Tanis has a villa near the woods of Cernus. Go there, and return with irrevocable proof of whatever he's doing. If you succeed in this, I promise to support your Princess Elincia with all the power at my command. We'll bring back whatever information it is you're looking for. Be ready for us. Ooh, interesting. I'd like to report the results of the last battle. Nice. We actually recruited Moram and Tormod. Interesting. Thank you for the Hydrate Redemption, Rain Thunder. Thank you. No bonus EXP. I probably took too long in that chapter if I had to guess. There were no deaths and no injuries beyond our capabilities to heal. Everyone performed exceedingly well. Bonus EXP was tied to keeping all the Lagoos alive. Oh, interesting. I had a feeling that we weren't supposed to maybe kill them, but yeah, I think that would have been tough. There were no deaths and no injuries beyond our capabilities to heal. Everyone performed exceedingly well. That is all. By your leave, I will excuse myself. Okay. So that was chapter 15. Not bad. For each enemy Legu's alive, 19 in total. 40 bonus experience. Oh, that's a lot of freaking EXP. Now I'm a little sad I missed it. Time for Soth to get new shoes. Ooh. Okay. Okay, let's do these talks here. Let's do these talks here. The unit selection is for picking a unit to bring for the chapter, not for who gets items. Vanilla. If you want, I can refund your points, but I don't know exactly who I'm gonna give the shoes to yet. But we'll see. We will see. In the meantime, I refunded your points, Nilla, just so that there was no misunderstanding. Can I redeem VIP for Makalov? Get him boots. That's not what it's for, JTD. Ahem. Morm. Little one. How was it? Were you treated roughly? Did they attempt to punish you? No, it was nothing. And the apostle? I thought she'd be some mean old hag, but she's just a kid. Really, she's even shorter than I. Little one, you must lower your voice and watch your tongue. What? Why? Rest easy, Morm. Everyone in this room is with me. The apostle has no ears here. That is good. Morm? Speaking ill of the apostle here is considered treasonous. Keep it up and they'll kill you, or threaten to. What? Little one, while we're here, please choose your words with more care than you have shown. I beg of you. Oh, right. I understand. For Legu's, you seem to know more about the court etiquette here than my own fellow Barrack, Tormund. Wait. That's cause I don't know much about any of this stuff. That's all. It is no matter, little one. Ike, the reason I'm familiar with the customs of Benyon nobles is I myself was once a slave. What? Oh, no. For generations, my family served as slaves to one house. They were wealthy and powerful, senators all. As a child, I was raised never to question my station as a slave. From the day I was born, the most grueling physical labor was as natural as breathing. I knew nothing else. To ensure we were liked by our masters, we were drilled in the etiquette of polite society until it became second nature. We were slaves, and we did what we could to live as long as we could. The most important thing was not to incur the wrath of our masters. If we displeased them, we were punished. If we were lucky, we were beaten. If we were unlucky... Muram, that's enough. I am sorry, little Lord Ike. If a former slave myself is present, all of you will be judged, scorned, and looked down upon. I came here to ask if you would take care of something for me. I would have you take care of the little one. Why would you say such a thing? You were born a Legu slave, and you're not allowed to be free. Wait, what? You were born a Legu slave, and you're not allowed to be free. That's not right. That's why we promised each other we'd change all of that. We made a promise. Legus, like Beorg, would build homes and plant fields. Families would live together in peace and freedom. That's the world we dreamed of. That's the dream that belonged to us as former Lagoon slaves. We don't need the help of another Beork like you. What? Little one. Does it really warrant that much concern? Huh? Since I first arrived here in Benyon, it's something that's been bothering me. If you were born into a noble house, you're a noble. If your parents are slaves, you're a slave. Do you think a person's worth is decided the moment at their birth? Is decided at the moment of their birth? I can't understand a country where that passes for normal. I just can't. Those don't sound like words of someone working for Princess Crimea. Princesses are princesses because they're born into royal families, right? Are you going to deny that? No, you're right. Alincia, she is a princess. I don't think we've treated her with more respect than any other employer we've had, but... Funny. We've addressed her as princess the entire time, but I've never really considered what it meant. From where I stand, I think you've been blessed. You were born a Beork and raised in a country with a lenient social structure. That's an enviable life. It's so hard. No matter how I try, I'll never fully understand your pain. But listen, I didn't treat Alincia any differently after I learned of her heritage. I'm not gonna think of you or treat you differently just because you used to be a slave. It's not gonna happen. You're you, and I'm free to think of that way if I want, right? Muram, there's nothing anyone can do about your past, but the burdens you carry. And I know I don't know everything that's going on, but you shouldn't be trying to push you shouldn't be trying to push Torment away. He's dedicated to you, and being with you is his choice. It's part of his freedom. I see now. I will go find him. I will go and find him. If meeting those in the temple is uncomfortable, I can go and bring him back. What do you think? No, I can do it. I have a good nose. Tracking the young Beork's one scent while avoiding the other Beork is an easy task. I see. Ike, never mind. May our friendships be true and enduring. I share your sentiment. Our troop will have you for as long as you wish.
Interesting. Very deep conversation there with Moram. Ike is certainly in a very interesting position. He is sort of the generation that is growing up to be more accepting of others and not to see them any differently just because they are, for example, slaves or of royalty. But interesting. What do you guys saying here? What are you guys saying there? I would always wonder how they enslaved them. Couldn't they just transform and rip them to shreds? They probably could, but they would be punished for doing so. Brainwashing like every other slave in history. It doesn't matter if you can easily snap your owner like a twig, if it's drilled into your mind from the very start that you're nothing but property. Yeah, but the slaves in their history didn't have the physical capabilities to defend themselves like a giant-ass tiger. When you're brainwashed, rationality doesn't work anymore. Yeah, but you don't need to get to that point from somewhere. But you need to get to that point from somewhere. Why hasn't anyone gone full French Revolution on American politicians yet? Brainwashing. Well, brainwashing. And a lot of fear. Fear is a major motivator, one of the biggest. Pain, fear, pain, and love are the biggest motivators for people. Very, very deep. Yeah, that seemed like a pretty important talk to have, despite it being only labeled as a 1 star. Titania already has all her supports here. Boyd. Volca. Oh shoot, I should be saving up money, shouldn't I? I feel like I should be saving up money because didn't the Volca say that when we have what is it, 50k, he'll give us some info. We're kind of going backwards here. Okay, anyways, let's talk to Stefan. Let's find out what his deal is about. What the? Who are you? How long have you been a member of my troop? I joined the battle in the sands. My name is Stefan. I apologize for not introducing myself earlier. Why are you here? In part, it's because I'm curious, but mostly, it's the guiding hand of fate that has led me to you. Huh? In the desert, I watched the dance of your sword. You have a unique style, but it is incomplete, filled with hesitation. You have recently lost your teacher, no? Ah. Luckily, your foundation is quite strong, which is why I can be of service. Your technique, how powerful will it be when perfected? I would like to know. Who are you? You can learn the dance of blades from me without knowing my history, can you not? What say you? Let your heart decide. Obviously, we want to learn. I understand. If you can help me perfect my technique, I will gladly accept an invitation to learn from you. Then prepare yourself. Come, attack me with all your strength. What the? What? What? An item that allows characters to acquire different skills depending on their class. Okay, so this is the second one we've acquired so far. I'm pretty sure I have one sitting in the convoy here. Yeah, we do have one. I can't tell. I think these are supposed to be the same. They're like scrolls that teach you abilities. I'm kind of confused. I'm a little confused. Kind of unfortunate there isn't an after training conversation. Yeah. I was half expecting Ike to learn Astra from that conversation. Kind of like how Marita did. Yeah, the wording is not great. Yeah, I can't tell what it's used for here. Let's actually put stuff away here. Mordecai, Toxin. Let's put the coin away and I'll sit on the boots for a bit. I don't know who I would want to give it to. Try cult on Titania. Okay, let me put stuff away first and then ooh, let's sell this. Ooh, 10,000, jeez. Yes, sell it. Her sword level up. Wait, did it go up? I really should be paying attention here. My plan was to... Ooh, he's a fire mage. Celerity. Increases movement by 2 Oh, wow. Ooh, I want more of these. Give me more of these, please. So this guy's a fire mage. Demiband. Can I actually give this to another person? For example, can I give this to Mordecai, so he always stays transformed? Hey there, Clark. Did you get your power back? You said around like 4 p.m. today, right? Hope your power is back. Celerity in Fey Wen. I don't know. Tormod has a decent chance on being FTP with movement perf in Fey. I can see that. Maram is better than Mordecai, but I like Mordecai. Better he may be, but I would like to keep using Mordecai. Let's actually see if there's a knife we can buy. We can't buy knives. Oh, we can buy L Thunders. Ooh. Oh, you can't forge. You can't forge knives. Ooh. What the heck? How am I supposed to level this guy if his knife breaks? Para's back in town. I have to head into work for a few minutes though. Alright, well hopefully it's just a few minutes, but yeah, hopefully you don't have to stay too long. Yeah, you can give it to another Laguz, okay. Guess he's less Dekai than buy more knives, or take it from folk. It's not letting me buy knives, at least I don't think it is. Alright, no knives. Oh, she's actually selling men's now. Nice. I thought maybe we could forge a knife for Sothir. Too bad. Too bad. Okay, I guess I have to buy a vulnerary for you. So let's do that. Some chapters have knives. Vaikati, GHB, Stefan Wen. Volca. Man, this game does not hold back in terms of casts. There's so many different units. Oop, no. Oh crap. Crap. I wasn't ready yet. I think I can go back to the base, right? I think. Okay, well, let's proceed for the time being. Is this the place? Yes, it is. It's rather heavily guarded. Even so, I think a direct attack would be our best chance of gaining entrance. Halt! Who goes there? What are you doing? This villa is the property of Duke Tanis, Senator of the Empire. No trespassing. I am Ike of the Grail Mercenaries. Under orders of the Apostle, we've been charged with investigating the Duke. What, dude? Dude! What? The Apostle sent you? What? Wait a moment here. Alright, brother, we'll sneak around out here and see what we can see. Good idea. Is no one questioning what Ike just told the guard there? Leave it to us. If we get stopped, we can talk our way out of it. Alright, Mist, let's get going. Yeah.
What is this I hear? That you lads claim to be on the Apostle's business.
We have a letter here that bears her seal.
Well, I see. It appears genuine. Very well. Am I in a position to ask what exactly I am suspected of doing?
We are here by the Apostle's leave. Do you honestly intend us to make... we are here by the Apostle's leave. Do you honestly intend to make us discuss this private matter outside?
Oh, no, of course not. Never. I would never insult. But please, come inside. Oh, slavery. Me? The Apostle would honestly accuse me of such unfashionable things as slaveholding? Oh ho ho.
Do you claim no knowledge of such thing?
I've shown you every nook of my mansion, every cranny. I've been most thorough, have I not? And you saw no trace, not a single sign, of any Lagoos here, did you?
That is true.
This accusation is absolutely ridiculous. To think that I, a bishop who serves only the Apostle's will do anything to violate our country's Emancipation Act. Be certain that you tell the Apostle everything. Tell her Duke Taunus is upright and clean-handed. There's not even a shadow of falsehood in my noble eyes. Look into them deeply, my boy, and tell me what you see.
Oh.
Well?
Hey, stop that. Back off. We have little choice, do we? I think it would be best if we left for the time being. Hey, halt. You can't go there. Ah. Ike! Mist, what is it? Ike, I saw him on the room on the top floor of this building. I saw someone, I think. I think he was one of the bird tribe. He looked like he was trying to jump out a window, but he was forced away from it. Back to his room.
What? What is this? This child babbling about? What? What is this? This child babbling about?
Someone from the bird tribe. Can you describe him? He had long hair. It was sparkling like gold. And his skin, it was so pale, almost translucent. Oh, and he has wings. They were pure white. Is that accurate, Titania? It is. I saw him as well. That can only mean there is a member of the Heron clan in this place. According to books, only members of the royal Heron family possesses white wings. It appears that there's one last room we have yet to see. What is it going to be, Duke Taunus? You can cooperate and show us this room that you somehow forgot, or...
Guards! Kill them all! Don't let a single one escape.
So, this is how you want to play it, eh? I thought I might come to this. Mercenaries, it's time. Thank you, Rain Thunder. Oh, who's this? Devden. Devden, here's the sounds of battle. You dare to bring conflict into Bishop Oliver's home? My lance will make you pay for your impudence. Oh, okay. Okay. Devden, a halberdier.
So is it Devdin or Dandiv? It's Devdin. Did I mispronounce his name? Did I say Dandiv? Danvid. He is Devdin, and most certainly not Dandev. Okay, interesting. It looks like maybe he is recruitable. Maybe. I don't know who would be the one who recruits him, but interesting. Okay, we're gonna have to bring our... Are there thieves on this map? You're gonna force me to rush to those treasure chests here. Lance. Soldier, wing. So Oliver isn't on the map here. Get that meme someday. Devdin is not in Fae. Still sword, still bow, okay. So this guy has high crit. So something I neglected to check before was how high crit some of these guys have. So let's try not to get KO'd by crit here. Interesting. There's like a variety of weapons here. Quite the variety. Ooh, gamble. This has to go on Makalov, right? this has to go on him. Okay, we'll make sure to grab that. We can potentially steal a hand axe here. We're definitely faster than him, and I think I think it was, I don't think Soth is here. Okay, you need to have more strength than the item you're trying to steal. More than the weight of the item you're trying to steal. So, hand axe is 13 weight, and Soth has 14, so he would be able to steal this. Okay. I'm curious if this guy seems recruitable, but how we recruit him is the question, I suppose. Just double checking, see if some of these guys have like double items equipped or double items in their inventory, so I can maybe steal something. Have you considered talking to him? Yes, but I'm not very good at recognizing who needs to talk to Devdin. It could well be just Ike who needs to talk to him. Okay. Strength of 20. Interesting. Conversation menu will literally tell you, like it always has. Right, but what if I don't bring in the unit I need to bring in? Then it wouldn't tell me. So maybe it is Ike who needs to talk to him? We can talk some sense into him, and then we will figure out what we need to do. I mean, it looks like a pretty straightforward chapter. Seems pretty straightforward.
Unlike other FE games though, I don't think I can say plonk Ileana here and bait out any range units, because it doesn't make sense that we are able to shoot people from across the wall or through the wall. Unless maybe there are windows, but I don't see any windows. Okay, I guess at this time, let's see what happens if we go back. Oh, okay, nice. Nice, okay, great. Great, great, great. Just seeing if everyone has enough items. Okay, and I believe a couple of my healers can probably use more healing staves. Sell that. Sell this. And let's pick up a new heal staff for you, shall we? And missed. Let's give her a mend. Also, let's use some bonus EXP here. I kind of want to. I can already kind of see why you want me to level up South here, and I kind of agree. So let's level him up. His level ups are always so nice to see. And actually, you know what? Should I? It's only 44. Fine. Let's give him one level. Ew. Ew. After seeing Soph's level up, his level up is pretty pathetic. Pretty pathetic. Okay, and I don't know if I still want to mess with skills yet. They seem somewhat rare. I don't necessarily want to waste them yet. I see Volca has 2 red skills. Not sure what that means, but Soth also has the same thing. Okay, let's save. And let's get back into the chapter here. Okay, we are nearing the 3-hour mark for the stream, and I feel like if I start this chapter, I'm probably only gonna get maybe like halfway through it before I would like to end it there for the day. So I think I might actually end the stream here. I know some of you guys might be a little disappointed, but we did clear chapter 15 today, so I am plenty satisfied. But I think we'll probably keep going next weekend. So I'll even leave the unit selection for next week here. We'll leave that for next week. Do a very quick save. So remember to pick units. It's kind of funny. I think the game actually lets you bring in just Ike. So I'm not gonna do that, but I'm pretty sure I can just start the fight with Ike here. But yeah. Okay, Makalov. Yeah, I'll probably bring him. But if I don't, you know what you can do to get me to bring him. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in today. Had a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream too. That's gonna be it for today. I'll be back next weekend for some more Path of Radiance, and my goal, depending on how work turns out this week, I might take the entire next week off. And so if I do, I will probably do some weekday streams the following week, if that makes sense. But if I do that, I will definitely let you guys know beforehand, or I'll let you guys know next weekend if that is what I plan to do. And so if I am, then I'll let you guys know, and you guys can come help me out. But yeah, I will be ending things here. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys next weekend. Alright, take care guys. Bye bye.